Do you have your coffee? Welcome to Morning Coffee with Nice and Knit. I'm Katie.
And I'm Kara.
And we're back with another episode of our new podcast. We're really excited to be doing this again. The feedback from our first podcast really kind of blew us away.
It was tremendous.
Far exceeded any expectations that we had. And we really appreciate everyone's kind comments and
the
feedback.
comments were great about,
you shaking your leg
working on
this.
So I'm going to try to sit still today. I thought I did good last time. But, and there were some requests to be closer to us, which we are a little closer, but we didn't want you seeing, everything.
Every blemish. But so we switched it up a little bit.
We're at Kara's house today having our coffee.
Yes.
So
we have quite a bit of new things to talk about and projects that have been done. So it's about a month since the last episode that we recorded. So it is now March, and I got my finish at February's done.
Killed it.
I killed it. I came out with a vengeance and got them done. So I'm wearing one of them. This is my Sunset Highway, and I made the executive decision to go short sleeves and make it a spring Sunset Highway.
Which is perfect time to do that.
Yeah.
The only thing is we are expecting a blizzard today.
A nor'easter.
The kids are home from school and everything, but as you can see, no snow yet.
And we're thinking spring anyway. So
yeah.
So this was one, and we're gonna have kits on the site by the time this podcast goes up. So we'll have those for you. Check it out. It'll be at NiceandKnit.com.
And again, this is the Boylan Knitworks, Caitlin Hunter.
Yes. Sunset Highway.
Sunset Highway. Outrageously popular. Thousands of projects done, and I really love your version.
I do too.
It's cute.
I think I mentioned in the last podcast that I was making it just kind of because everyone else was doing it, but then recently tried it on because I was like, I don't even know if it's going to fit. I tried it on and was really happily surprised. So I ended up falling in love with it more than I even expected to, which was nice.
Yeah.
And my other project that I finished is my Millie. This is in our mint chip colorway, which is now available at NiceandKnit.com as part of our spring speckles. Those are live, and insane about the color because I don't really have anything knit this color. So I love
perfect
it
for spring too.
Yes.
Really amazing color and fit, and
the drape.
It won't be, and it is very warm. Our fingering is
It's
warm.
deceivingly warm.
Yeah,
because it is so light and airy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't expect it and kind of start sweating after a while. But at least it's not bulky.
Well, you usually wear them when we have an event also, and we're usually a
little sweaty.
Yeah.
So I am going to actually go back and modify this a little bit because I'm really unhappy with my tension on the sleeves. I was knitting this with my driftwood double pointeds. I had 4, and with our fingering weight being so lightweight, and then the wooden needles, it got really heavy. So they were kind of flopping all around, and I was rushing. I was going too fast, and very unhappy with my tension. And when I've worn this sweater, I've kind of been wearing it like this, like hiding my sleeves. So we're going to rip it out. And I'm going to go back, and I'm going to do magic loop, or I do have a pair of really lightweight plastic double pointeds.
The acrylics. Maybe or the
I don't even know what brand they are. They're like some old ones that maybe like Grandma had in her stash that I inherited. But they're really lightweight, so I might try that. But I think I'm just going to do magic loop. And then this also became a really special project because I gave it a rare stitch, which you'll see here at the bottom. And the rare stitch is an initiative started by Margot Hofnagel of 1010 Studio. And Margot is someone that we have followed for forever, like 10 years probably. And
she moved out to the West Coast, and we would follow her blog. And then she moved back to Boston, and we met her up at
we met her at Indian Tangle, and Black Sheep.
Yeah.
And Margot is like a really amazing ball of energy.
Yeah.
She's this teeny tiny person and just full of life and energy. She's really fun. So she started this initiative, the Rare Stitch, and it is to raise awareness for children and families impacted by rare diseases. So her son James suffers from AHC, and he was born around the same time as my oldest, so our lives have sort of gone parallel with our kids, and I just felt really moved by their strength, and I find them to be a really amazing family, so I added a rare stitch to my sweater. So check out that hashtag on Instagram and add one to your own. And also, my son's very best friend in the whole wide world also suffers from a rare disease, so I wanted to include that there. Yep.
Nice.
And then you're wearing my other finished object from
I have to wear Kara's because I don't have a finished object to show you. So this is Kara's version of the Adventurous wrap by Anna O'Brien.
We're inside out. That's the wrong side. Here we go.
And we have been selling out of these kits. It's crazy. As fast as we can dye them up, they're selling out, and I can see why.
They're really worth it.
This is my works in progress. I'll show it. This is my Adventurous wrap, which is in the colorways that we have been selling online.
Yep.
25 colors, 87 yards each. Yep. Skein, mini skein, and yeah, it's so fun and it's so quick because you just can't wait to get to the next color. And each color doesn't really have that many rows, so you're constantly switching, which is fun. And
it keeps you motivated,
but it's really beautiful. I love it.
What's cool about it is that these skeins are dyed specifically for the kit, so they're not any of our regularly stocked.
We didn't even
name
them. It's the Adventurous fade. That way, we can change them up easily. Plus, I just can't name every time we have a different one. So. Yeah, it's a great pattern, and we did have some questions with how the fading goes. If you have questions on how we did it in comparison to the pattern, you can just email us directly. But I basically just did it as a total fade, and then I added another color in. It calls like to go back to the main color in the middle. I didn't want mine that dark. I just add that you have enough yardage of each skein that you can kind of mix them up wherever you want. You can be creative with your own fade. And Kara went back to dark in the middle here.
Yep.
Or here.
It's here.
Okay.
Right here. And what's cool is that you do have significant yardage left, so if you have another pattern, you can incorporate some of these skeins into other patterns too.
For instance, my color 1, it's right there. Yeah, the pattern calls to bring it back, in the middle. I'm not going to with this, so I will have a significant amount to do a cowl or
you end up with well over 2,000 yards between all these 25 colors. So there's a lot of yardage here.
I'm thinking about actually fading Millie with the leftovers.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah. So,
okay, put her back on.
Okay. Thank you. It is super cozy on this cold day.
And this is so that's your work in progress. You're still working on Now China,
which we can put a picture of. But I started that last month, and I'm pretty much at the same spot.
Yep.
We were working on our sisters.
Yeah.
As part of that is what was taking up some of my time. We were all working on it together. Our family. My sister turned 40, and my mother started the Comfort Fade Cardi by Andrea Mowry. And so my mother did this section here. We have 5 girls in our family. So then one sister did this section, another here. Kara did the cowl, and I did one sleeve. And there I stopped. So Kara's going to rescue me from Sleeve Island since she could just, get everything done.
Apparently I've created a few extra hours in the day. So I'm gonna finish the sleeves, and we're gonna ship it to her. And she is I call her a boot collector. She has like a million boots, but she has a really great pair of like plum colored Fry boots that are awesome, that she loves to wear. So we kind of had that in mind when we picked this fade, and it is totally unique to her. We dyed up one set of it, so she's got the only one out there. It's something special that we all put our love into for her birthday.
And you know what? When I was that's neat. And I hope when she gets it, she realizes each stitch was about Linda.
Yes. So happy 40th, Minna.
And I didn't show it last time, but I do have my comfort fade with me. This is the chestnut colorway, and I wear this a lot. Yep, I love it. It's cozy, comfy. These kits for the comfort fade are still available on our website at NiceandKnit.com.
I wear mine as a coat.
Yeah,
because it is
super warm.
So warm, and I mean, it's perfectly named, the Comfort, fade cardigan, because it is so comfortable and cozy, and like the cowl neck is just like wraps around you, and the really nice, has like slightly longer sleeves, and it's just, you want to wrap up in it on a beautiful snow day, maybe tomorrow. So, both my color combo and Katie's color combos are at NiceandKnit.com and on the kids page. So, highly recommend this knit, obviously. I mean, between the two of us, we've knit 3 of them, basically. Yeah. And I would not hesitate to cast on another.
No, nor would I. I would actually like it in a solid, I think.
Or
just a speckled.
And a single color, yeah.
You do end up having some of the color, depending on the size, I'm sure. I'm sure each size has some, but I probably have a half ball or more of these two.
Depending on your size, you may use a few less skeins, too, if you just go with a solid.
Yeah.
Or a single color. Yeah. So, love that. We've got this one. This finished object.
Oh, yeah.
So, another finished object that happened in February. So, February was a short month, but extremely productive. This is the Hipster shawl by Joji Locatelli. And actually, this one our mom knit for us as a sample. And we are going to knit another sample in one of our solid colorways, the dockside colorway.
Just like the original.
Yeah, so it will look almost identical to the original pattern. But she whipped this up quick. This is worsted weight.
It's on hand, so it goes quick.
Yep. And it's 3 skeins. And what I really like about it is that even though it's worsted, it doesn't feel overly heavy.
It has a nice drape.
Yeah, and I mean, it's cute.
With the tassels.
Adjust it here. Yeah. But with the sort of lacework pattern, I guess, it just gives it a little bit more, a little more lift.
And this is our 2018 colorway.
Yes.
So, with the speckles. So,
it's pretty good. I have another Joji pattern I'm working on, and really thoroughly enjoying. I am working on, she released, was it even just last week?
I think so.
So once I finished all my February projects, I kind of felt like a new person. I was really like
what can I do next?
What can I make? And so I was really excited. I think within a day or two of that, Joji released a pattern called Washed Out. And it's a wrap. It's a bias wrap.
It's coming out awesome.
And I got to pick out 3 of our spring colorways to make it. Don't know if I have the pattern here, but I'll put a picture in.
So this is Grapevine.
That's Grapevine. This is 2018, and this is Mayflowers. And so it is worked, tip to tip, and the edge has a really nice lacework pattern, and it sort of fades from one color to the next. And I'm really excited about like the brightness of these colors together and how springy it's going to look. So I'm very excited for that.
So this beautiful bag of goodness right here is our spring colorways. They're on the website as of today. All our speckles, and we tried to do a lineup of pretty much all the color the color wheel.
Yeah, a
And
nice
the
variety
each.
of some pretty bright colors for spring and summer projects you might have going on, but then also some classic colors if brights are not necessarily your thing. But yeah, they just scream.
Like this
spring.
one, bikini and
Dawn.
I'm just really crazy about these two together. I don't know if I want to design a pattern or if I should pick one out and just cast it on, but I think I need to do that today so that I need a little cast
You
on.
need something you gotta cast on, I guess.
Yep.
This color I think is one of my favorites because Katie and I both garden. We have forever, years and years and years. And one of the first things you can plant in the spring are pansies.
I thought you were going to say gardener. When you're saying gardener, because this is gardener, I'm like, she doesn't know the name.
I know the name. No, one of the first things you can put in the ground here in Connecticut are pansies.
Or like Johnny Jump Ups.
Yes.
That's what this color reminds me of, but this is pansy.
So we always race to the garden store as soon as lettuce and pansies are available, and we plant them everywhere.
I stopped in. No luck yet.
No, not yet. It's too early. We gotta wait till the end of March. So this one's kind of a favorite just because of the name and time of year. And
Green grass.
Green grass because it's coming. It's coming.
So it has some black charcoal speckles with a nice green.
And that's sort of like different than what we've done before. So it's
Yeah.
a nice addition to the lineup.
And I also think for St. Patty's Day,
better cast
color.
I know.
And the mint chip, like we mentioned.
Yep, it's my sweater here.
What did we name this? Okay. We'll
I
wait on that one. This one's Sagamore. We go to the Cape every summer, and we stay near the Sagamore Bridge. And this just color reminds me of the water and the Cape. And fun days ahead. So water. This we've had before.
Yep, that's the color I'm wearing here.
Yes,
So you kind of see how it'll speckle up.
Creamsicle.
So good. I think I need to do something in that. I really love the color orange.
And I love how it has these this light peach in it that kind of tones down the orange too.
Got to finish some projects so I can get that on.
Mayflowers, shoal. We've had shoal before. It just really kind of brought a lot of them back together. So
it's amazing.
Yes. This is gardener.
Okay.
It's because I thought, tomatoes and lettuce and eggplant.
It's good.
So
it's really good.
Okay.
I also have another project in some of our spring colors. So since our last podcast, I think I mentioned I had not knit socks before. So Katie surprised me and dyed up some of our MCN sock base. So it's merino, cashmere, nylon, 80, 10, and 10. And she put together a fade for me for the Fluorite socks pattern, which was in the Pom Pom magazine from winter 2017. I loved them since I first saw them. They just look so
Another
cute.
Andrea Mowry.
Another Andrea Mowry fade. But so Katie surprised me, dyed them all up, made them into skinny skeins for me. So I have 7 colors I'm working on. Some of them are our spring colors. So this is 2018 mint chip. And
you had some yearly goals, and it's only March, and you've already
I'm killing it.
Yeah.
It's like 2018 is my year.
So they will be reversed.
Yes, so they are reversed. You knit them inside out, so it's a lot more knitting rather than lots of purling. So I have done magic loop before. It's been a few years, and I think that I can officially say I understand the whole sock craze, the sock thing that people, sock knitters are very passionate about knitting socks, and I kind of get it. So this has worked out so much faster than I thought it would. When I read the pattern, it says size 0 and 1 needles. I was like, oh, it's going to take forever. It does not. It grows really quickly, and I am loving the needles. These are the Addy sock rockets.
So what makes them just the real point?
There's very pointy, and they glide really nicely. So you are knitting quite quickly. But I think it's just the fine point, and the material that it creates is like this just.
So you do have, let's see, you do have water, mint chip, Mayflowers. So there are a lot.
And it goes to grapevine,
which so we will have kits for these, as well.
I don't think I'm going to have second sock syndrome. I might be speaking too soon. But this is really maybe 3 days of
Maybe
working
you
on
can try
this.
2 at a time eventually too.
I think, so I get the whole sock thing. I'm going to probably have a pair on my needles just floating around at any time to just pick up and work on, because I really do like just having it around to do. I didn't want to do 2 at a time with the fading and working 2, so you have like 4 balls of yarn, and not having done socks before, I wanted to just concentrate on one. But I love them.
Awesome.
I'm a little afraid of wearing them, but maybe I'll just,
When you go out.
when I'm sitting with my feet up and not walking around, maybe I'll put them on my feet, but I'm crazy about them. So, and they're very fun to knit.
Perfect.
Yep, we'll definitely do that again.
So, is that it for your 25 projects?
Yeah, I
Completed
mean,
or cast on?
it. I mean, I probably will cast on a few more, but maybe
great.
that'll be for the next one. We actually want to add a segment to our podcast to see your projects that you're working on. So we thought what we would do
Your
is
NiceandKnit projects.
your NiceandKnit projects. So if you post your projects on Instagram or Facebook and hashtag it with NiceandKnit, we will select projects to feature in the podcast. We'll post your pictures here, and if we post your picture, we will send you a set of our pins. So as a little incentive to share
For your fringe
for
flare.
your fringe flare. Seeing your projects is so fun because we dye all these skeins, but we don't get to knit with all of them, despite the fact that we'd love to. So we want to see them. So if we feature your project, you could win a pin set.
And we have another giveaway, since we're so excited about our wonderful feedback from our first podcast. We are going to do a giveaway of this mug we have here today. They are our father's Muddy Brook Potter mugs.
Yep.
He is a potter, and we obviously enjoy drinking our coffee out of them. So
His work can be found at muddybrookpotters.com, so check it out. But our giveaway will include one mug, and we have some notebooks here that are our sister's work.
our sister Betsy.
She is Elizabeth Street Papery, and so we'll give away a large notepad, the honeycomb, and the spring flowers.
A mug.
Yep.
And then a choice of one of our 14 spring colorways in a fingering skein. So
Yes, so one skein, 2 notebooks, and notepads, and a mug. And to enter, you will need to subscribe to the podcast on YouTube and leave us a comment.
Yeah.
So a comment and a subscription, really easy, but you get a great giveaway if we pick your name.
And it will include the comments and the subscriptions from the last.
Yeah, so on the first 2 episodes. So, and then tell your friends, make sure you share. So I think, those are we just hit a lot of things. We just talked about a lot. The other segment I think we should add would be in the comments, or send us an email. You can ask us different questions. We want to add a section called Nice to Know. So Nice to Know, Nice and Knit. If you have a question for us, maybe we'll try and get them answered in the upcoming podcasts.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So submit it, Nice to Know. Just put it in the comments on YouTube, or send us an email through our website.
We still have, so in 2 weeks we will be at Black Sheep.
Yeah, so
in Boston.
even more events to talk about than the last time. So March 24th, we are at Black Sheep Knitting in Needham, Mass. April 13th, we will be at the Mermaid's Pearl in Newport, Rhode Island.
Kara tells me where I'm going, and I go.
April 20th, we will be at the Wool Workshop in Roanoke, Virginia.
That's going to be a whirlwind weekend.
Yeah, we booked our travel for a kind of crazy
So we
weekend.
fly to Roanoke.
Yes. On Thursday night.
On Thursday, have a trunk show on Friday.
Yep.
Leave there Friday night.
Friday night, we fly to Nashville, and we'll have a
Be
trunk
at
show.
Bliss Yarns.
Yep, in Brentwood, Tennessee. So they'll be there Saturday, April 21st, and then Sunday we fly home.
So the way we work, it was like, oh, we'll go to Virginia on the way to Tennessee. Oh yeah, let's do it. Then I'm like, no, let's Google where they are in comparison to each other. Oh, it's only 6 hours.
Yeah. There's like hardly
on the way. It's like, oh, if it's south, it's just on the way.
Yes. It's not. But this is what we do, and
we make it work.
Yeah.
And it's working.
So it's going to be a great weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to have a blast.
No,
We've
never been to Tennessee. We've never been to Virginia.
No.
So.
I'm really excited to see it. My regret is probably going to be that we can't spend more time in each place.
I know. We're going to be. And I'm excited to wear flip-flops.
Yes. And then,
hopefully it's warm.
May 5th. The weekend of May 5th is a big weekend. We're going to be at Knot House Yarns in Frederick, Maryland.
Yes.
And that is a big weekend because it's the weekend of Maryland Sheep and Wool. But Knot House does a big pop-up show
Yes.
In their store for the weekend. And they have, how many dyers do they have? Are you looking for your phone?
Yeah, I was just going to pull up.
I think we are one of maybe 8, 10 dyers that are indie dyers that are going to be having our own pop-up shop within the shop. And we're in some amazing companies, so we're really looking forward to this weekend because we're looking forward to meeting some of these people.
Autumn and Indigo, Duck Wool, Little Fox, Swift Yarns, Periwinkle, the Clever Clementine, and the Farmer's Daughter.
Okay,
we'll all be there.
This is really exciting.
Yeah, it is. I'm really looking forward to it.
So many of these people that we followed forever that we get to meet in person. We can share stories and very excited.
And we've been to the Knot House before. Beautiful, beautiful shop.
It's in a really cute downtown area with shops and restaurants and architectural, like huge windows, beautiful lighting. So if you are going to Maryland Sheep and Wool, make sure you check it out. And if you are not going to Maryland Sheep and Wool, you should consider. I mean, if you're at all within traveling distance.
And we've never been to Maryland Sheep and Wool either.
No, so hopefully we don't get over there and check it out.
Run over and see it.
But at all of these trunk shows, we're going to have a lot of the samples that you see here in the podcast. So we're going to have our Adventurous wraps. We'll have Sunset Highway kits. We'll have Hipster kits.
Kits are big for us. We like to travel that way. So we'll have most of everything we have there made up in kits. Or we'll also have some, single skeins that you can create your own if you like to do it that way.
Yeah, and a lot of spring colors and fingering weight. But really everything we talked about today will be going with us. So a lot of spring.
Yes.
We're really excited. So hopefully we'll get to meet some of you there. And I think that's it. Till next time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Have a great
I think we did good.
I seriously might kill you.
Katie.